Astronaut and McAllen native Mike Fossum recently paid a visit to the middle school named after him on the north side of town. Several students had gathered outside to welcome him, including the superintendent of McAllen Schools, Dr. James Ponce. It was early morning. So what better than to
start off their day with the Pledge of Allegiance and honor to the Texas flag.
And that's just what they did. Afterwards, a touching personal ceremony. The school had planted a tree in honor of Fossum's mother, Pat, who was a teacher.
As an instructor of nursing at UTPA, her compassion for teaching shined through. She was a tough teacher in the sense that she held her students responsible for their education and set high standards in her classroom for all her students.
Mike Fossum was asked to help finish the planting job. His mother passed away a couple of years ago while he was training for his extended stay on the International Space Station.
That's a beautiful tree, and it's one of Mom's favorites, the bottle brush tree like this, because it has this explosion of color. At the same time, it's giving you some shade, food for the birds, and a little bit of color to brighten your day. Thank you very much.
Fossum returned to Earth last fall after living on the space station for 6 months. He and 2 others landed a Russian capsule in Kazakhstan and felt the return of gravity.
It's a neat feeling because you're feeling these forces on your body, and you haven't felt any forces on your body for half a year.
But there was no telling what it felt like to walk into a building with your name on it.
Welcome to Fossum.
Oh, you bet. You bet.
There were several activities scheduled for his visit to the school, but there was always a little bit of time for questions while walking in the hallways.
So what do you do for fun up there?
Look out the window and take cool pictures.
Being a scientist, Fossum visited several science classrooms, probably similar to the ones that he sat in while growing up here in McAllen.
You get to hide in the back?
Yeah. He may have been in space 3 times, he may have 2 master's degrees, but there's always a part of the hometown boy which comes out.
We're dropping a ball a distance of 50 centimeters, okay, to measure the crater that it'll create. Okay, and the variable here is the mass of the ball. Okay, so we're going to observe how the mass of the ball is going to affect the diameter of the crater.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this is real stuff. This is a lot of fun.
There was a sense of excitement in the air. The kids knew he was someone special. He just didn't act that way.
Sorry to interrupt everything. I'm Mike.
Welcome. I'm Janet Johnson. This is 7th grade science. We're studying the endocrine system, and they're having an online discussion through Edmodo.
Oh, wow.
He toured several classrooms. The teachers worked him right into the lessons.
Does anybody want to ask Colonel Fossum about stars in space?
Also on the schedule, a presentation in the library.
Okay, well that's pretty cool.
Several students have been selected to ask questions such as, what did you do the very first time that you got into space?
When I got into space, I unstrapped all my seatbelts and hoses and stuff, and I jumped up to look out of the window.
And this is what it looked like. McAllen astronaut Mike Fossum showing us our Earth, the big blue marble, from outer space. I'm Neil Canales with the City of McAllen.